How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Papa Powell going on the microphone. Papa Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what's up, chat? How we're doing? Welcome back. I am sorry I couldn't stream yesterday. I got into a little bit of a fight overall last night when I was walking my dog. So usually I come home around 6:30 or so. I take my dog for a walk, and during that walk, one of my neighbor's dog got loose. He was running at my dog, so me being the owner of my dog, being the protector of my dog, kind of just came between the two dogs' way and put my hand in the way, and then my hand got a little bit, not too much, I'll live, just little bite marks on there. But the problem was the owner possibly is delayed on the rabies vaccination for his dog. So I made the thumbnail. I was ready for the stream. I actually even created the stream link, but then as we are finding out the information, calling his veterinarian, calling my vets and so on about the whole deal, how should we deal with this? And at the end of the day, they said, the best thing to do is go to the ER, get it checked out by the doctor, see if you need to get a rabies vaccination. Thankfully, I did not need to get a rabies vaccination because the doctor said if the dog is only a year or two behind on his rabies vaccinations, and it's a home dog, it's not one of those street animals that eat, that has a lot of bacteria in their mouth and so on. A home dog basically just eating kibble, not even like chicken or anything every day. So if that's the kind of a dog it is, then you don't have to worry about rabies. But what we will have to do is get you on some antibiotics and all that other stuff, and they gave me a little bit of what's that, starts with a T. It's another one of those vaccinations that you have every 10 years or whatever, right? So they gave me a different type of vaccination, and then sent me home pretty much. But that whole thing took about 3 hours, so I had to leave my house around 8 o'clock because that's around the time where we got the calls. And by the time we got to leave the hospital, it was like 11 o'clock, so I got late. Clearly, tetanus shot, thank you. Starts with the T, tetanus shot, thank you, team. You guys always got my back. So yeah, got a tetanus shot, got some antibiotics, sent me home around 11 o'clock. and it was good overall. Didn't have to get a rabies vaccination. That's good. Hopefully my hand doesn't start going blue and orange over the next few days, because if it does, then that means I might have to amputate my hand. Hopefully it doesn't go that far. I think these antibiotics will keep the infection at bay, and maybe there is no infection. We're chilling. All fingers crossed, knock on wood. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Let's talk about the market now. Man, oh man, what a day on the market today. Market first started off with a big down move right off the open. QQQ was green, then turned red, went down to yesterday's low. Monster short setups across the board on the market, and then all of a sudden you had a full 180 across the board on the semiconductors, on the Magnificent 7, on the QQQ, on the S&P 500. So all across the board you just had a monster reversal today, a V-shaped reversal almost, you can say, and the train never stopped. Choo choo, motherfuckers, all aboard. We are leaving, and the next stop is 2 ATRs or 2.5 ATRs to the upside. I don't think it was 2.5 ATRs, but 2 ATRs to the upside. We're gonna rip was the answer apparently. Man, what a monster move. I myself had a decent day today, but not to the long side. Somehow I stayed away from the long side completely. I only traded the shorts, which means I only traded the open. I stayed away for the most part for the rest of the day, and I still had a pretty good day for myself, so I'm pretty happy with it. But I'm rattled, absolutely rattled, from not able to find a way to get long. I think the way the market moved off the open and how we've seen previous sell-offs in the market, every single of those pops sell off and we start making a bigger leg down again, and a second leg, third leg down again. So I did not believe in the long today. But after the market reclaimed VWAP, maybe even after the way we broke through the day's high and reclaimed day's high, I should have been ready to flip my switch long. There were so many opportunities, I just stayed away from it. So if you hear me ranting about that today when I show you my trades or when we go through the charts, you know why, because I'm still very rattled. I know it's 4 hours, 6 hours away from the close, 4 hours after close, and we're still rattled about it. But this is what it takes sometimes to grow. You get rattled enough to memorize these patterns, and the next time you see it, you smash these patterns. All right, chat. Who's in the chat today? Sadly, no more stonks.com. Rest in peace to stonks.com, one of the greatest websites that ever lived. Well, it hasn't died yet. It hasn't died. They're gonna rewamp to whatever product they want to feel like in the future. Some of them say we're gonna go to mobile. So if they go mobile, we'll see what kind of product they have on mobile. So maybe we get to go back on that product very soon. But until then, we're very happy with the money we made on stonks.com. Shout out to the stonks.com team. I won around $108 or $118. I can't remember. I think it was $118 is what I won total on that website. Dieter has won some money on that website. Angry Buddha has won some money on that website. A lot of people made thousands of dollars on that website. So shout out to everyone who made money over there. But for now, it is sadly rest in peace to that site. Hopefully we'll see them very soon when they open that mobile app and whatever that mobile app contains. We got, who else in the chat? Dieter, Barkit, TH. TH saying my YouTube alerts are not playing. Probably because I'm getting, muted on YouTube, dude. YouTube copyright strike me recently for some reason, and I had to delete that video. It's probably because we were watching a couple YouTube songs. Yeah, we were playing some copyrighted songs in the back while we were playing chess. So that stream got copyrighted. And they forced me to take down that video. So ever since I took down that video, they probably were like, yo, we're gonna start muting down this guy's stream, and that's why you're not getting alerts. That's probably my guess over there, TA. That's probably my guess. John Vaughn, could not get you last night. Yeah, I just told you the story as to why I couldn't stream last night. But the debate, I was watching a little bit of the debate in the hospital. I could not catch the most of the debate, but I caught a little bit of the debate at the hospital. It was pretty good. It was funny. Trump always being the funny character he is. Apparently the debate went bad for him. The debate went south side for him. DJT crashed. When I looked at Polymarket's numbers changed from, I think Trump was at 53%, but after the debate, Trump is now at 49%. So big change in poll numbers over there too. And Polymarket is a pretty good website to use as a gauge, right, for politics and so on, or all things in world at this point that they do on there. So that kind of tripped me up over there. So maybe Trump did overall not do so good on the debate. Who else? Anyone else I'm missing? We got Acer in the Twitch chat, and Pablo. Rough. What's up, Pablo? Yep, Rough got me, dude. Rough got me. Hey, shout out to my Rough though, because my Rough fought back. He said, yo, stop attacking my human. He's my human, and he attacked back. Shout out to my dog, Coco's a G. I thought he'd run away like a little pig, but nah, he's actually a tough dog. All right, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we start off with showing you my watch list for today, because nothing really is on the earnings board that we care about that's reporting today after hours. Earnings board slowing down a little bit. We do have names like GME, Dave & Buster's, and Oracle on the watch list that reported from this week. And then we have Adobe and Restoration Hardware, now just known as RH, reporting tomorrow after hours. So make sure you tune in at 8 o'clock to find out how these stocks reported, how did they move, and how can we set up for them on Friday. Going into today though, my watch list looks a little bit like this. Forget that first name at the top. Starting with the watch list, we have PLCE, a stock that I traded today. I was expecting a little too much out of it. I'll be honest, I was expecting a little too much out of it. But at the end of the day, it was a profitable name for me. Maybe tomorrow it gets even more fun for us. It's its name that's very much in play. We'll talk about that quite a bit. GME in play, and Oracle, as I mentioned. The earnings names, the earnings day 2, day 3 type of plays. The S&P 500 inclusions, Palantir and Dell. Then we have the beautiful semiconductor sector, which absolutely launched to the north side. AVGO, ARM, AMD, Micron, even NVIDIA in there, just to throw in the semiconductor names. But I usually have NVIDIA in the Magnificent 7 sector basket over here. After that, we have a couple other names. WHLR, maybe we could keep a watch on that too. But Affirm for sure, we're watching it. The cryptocurrency sector, MSTR, Coinbase, and we also have the semiconductor ETF by itself, and the overall ETFs by themselves, QQQ, S&P 500, and IWM. These will be basically the watch list for us, the main core group of names that we're going to keep an eye on. Unless something more interesting comes into play in pre-market for us, at which point we'll just kind of adapt for that real quick and still be ready for these names also, right? Still be ready for these names. Dieter in the Twitch chat now, because he heard that Acer's in there. Yeah, Acer, you should also come on the YouTube stream, because now that Stonks is no longer the mainstream, let's make YouTube the mainstream again. I went from I'm gonna stop streaming on YouTube, to now trying to make YouTube my mainstream again. Isn't that hilarious? Oh man, how things change so quick. Okay, let's start with the first name on the watch list over there. PLCE, yes. Hello, my throat, where'd it go? What the hell? PLCE. All right. What the fuck you mean after all that high pressure you tried to get me to join, now they're shut down? I mean, they decided to change what they wanted to do. So, Stonks.com is changing to something new. Stonks 3.0 is coming soon. Hey, guess what? That's actually something I said. I said Stonks 3.0, and they were all laughing, and they enjoyed it, and they actually put it in there. Shout out to me. Let's go. And obviously over here, they mentioned that what they were aiming for didn't happen, so they're gonna look for a different route, and their different route will be something new, maybe something way better, something that the trading world actually needs. Maybe they'll pivot to something else. Well, we don't know. But they also linked everybody's streams if you are interested. So if you were on Stonks and you knew anyone, or you watched any one of these streamers and you want to find their mainstream channels, just go on stocks.com, click on this learn more over here real quick, and you'll be able to find their top creators that they previously signed. And obviously, we're no longer part of that. Mommy, I miss stocks.com. All right. Let's talk about PLCE, which is Children's Place. Children's Place. That's right. Where is my throat going, chat? Holy shit. Is the rabies getting to me? The rabies is getting to me, chat. I'm dying. Rest in peace. Imagine my best day in September, right after having my best September, I'm gonna die. That's crazy. Okay. Where are we? I wanted to show you this part right here. Shares outstanding 12 million. And then the overall float is 47.5% of that float is short. That's a big percentage. If the float itself is only 12 million, 12.5 million, and 47.5% of that float is short, we are expecting some crazy moves happening over here on the stock if this continues. Big volume spike today, 73 million volume coming into play. Some of the stops could be over here in these ranges. I imagine some more stops around here in these ranges, more stops above here in these ranges. So, you know, if the stock is getting active like this today, we are going to have to keep this one on the watch list without a doubt. And the way I like to usually look at stocks at this point is go to their hourly position. So let's go to PLCE on the hourly chart. You can see how field value gaps. This is like a ICT methodology. Basically all it does is it maps out a nice range for you. If you understand how that range works, I like to use these. So it just clearly maps it out for you. You can just see real quick where the possible resistance pockets are, where the liquidity fields are, and so on. You can usually do this without these indicators too, just by mapping out the highs of each little turnaround activity. So right there, right there, right there, you can mark it yourself. But this just does it real quick. I don't have to do any work. I'm a little lazy, right? I'm a little lazy. So let's see if this stock over here, PLCE, starts actually managing to start going higher and higher and higher, start trapping more shorts, and you know, start bursting to the north side, because the short squeeze, which was very much in play today, I went long. Maybe I can actually pull out my charts very quickly here, because I have a better way of storing my charts now. So PLCE, open in browser. Here we go. PLCE today went long around after it broke 9, pulled back, went back under $9. Anyone who went long and had their stops at 9, they all got trapped at that point, right? They all got stopped out, and they're all upset. So they trapped some of the longs over there, and then they pulled it back. And then after they pulled it back, they showed me a little bit of a buying area. So I just took that long, was able to hold it to the upside, didn't take any profits into 10 because I was so greedy. I didn't take any profits into 10. Pulled back, added some more size. They tried to shake me out again. I did not shake out. I diamond handed it, but then this time when we went into $10, I made sure to take profit. Then they were trapping some shorts, and then the shorts ended up winning overall, so I took some more profits out there, and then I ended up getting stopped out on the down move overall. So pretty good trade for me. Ended up making money on the trade. I ended up losing small on that little shares over there, but overall profitable trade. How can we profit on this stock tomorrow is the main question. And as I said earlier, wait, why are we on the 5 minute on this one? Looking for the stock to continue trapping short. So if we're hanging out somewhere in these drop lows, sorry, not pop, as long as the stock is above $87.50, $88.73, $8.60. I think that was that low right there, $8.67. I think we still have an opportunity to trap some of these longs over here, so shorts, and really start short squeezing to the north side. If the stock actually starts getting under $8.50 and finds selling under $8.50, then the game might be over. So you might want to be a little careful over there. So I'm basically watching almost from $8.70 to $8.60 to look for long setup. And then if the stock gets below $8.50, then I'm getting ready to really go short on this position as long as it stays under 850. So PLCE, those are the kind of the support zones and the flip zones for me to look for the other side of the play. Now, if we're looking for the long, looking for the stock to obviously hold here, push into today's high where it clearly had a lot of resistance, which is what, $10.20. Yep, $10.20 is today's high, and start breaking out, burning all the stops. Anyone who went short in the high of these ranges over here, they're expecting a big down move tomorrow. If that down move doesn't come into play, they're gonna start stopping out. They're gonna start taking some of their profits, and their stops busting out will give the stock even more juice to the upside, because big volume today, that's exactly what we're looking for. So 1020 breakout. I'm not gonna throw out targets, especially with the name that's 44% short. We've seen these type of names squeeze large moves to the upside. So you could have some expectations over here, but you know, I'm not going to throw out any targets. You just got to start watching how the stock behaves on dips. Are we actually buying on the dips? Or is it going to, start getting rejected into these areas where it clearly found resistance into today? PLCE finding mad resistance into $10 and flushing to the downside, where sadly we weren't able to actually capture the big move, the dream. I got a little too greedy on that one. GME. GME rejected pretty hard today on the downside. I guess the earnings clearly didn't work out for this stock, but if you actually calculate the stock, I mean, I actually did the math. It has 4x1 split not too long ago. I remember trading that split. What is it right now? $20 basically. 20 times 4. It was basically $80 still pre-split. That's not bad. We're still around $100 on the stock pre-split, kinda. And buyers came in today. They defended that $19.88 area. We did break under 1980 all the way to what was it? 1950 exactly. No, 1931. I thought 1950 exactly, but we did break 1980, go down to 1930. But later on, you can see how we climbed back, started trading around this area, and then going into the close, we popped up into that $20. Not thinking that this is a bullish move. I think this is just the market's juice giving GME that pump to the upside. Overall, if the market didn't have that pump, I don't think GME would have that pump either. Most likely GME would just reject around this area and pull back. So looking for that bearish sentiment, allowing us to look for that short on any type of pops on the stock. So right now, some of the levels I have mapped out, you can see how some of these bottoms over here, the earnings anchored VWAP exactly around that area too. So around 2166. I think that's also last week's, what is that? 2166 is last week's low. So right around that area, 2166. Let's see if we can push into that level, find a little bit of support for us to get short into, and ride this position to the downside, baby, to the downside. All right. Next one, PLAY. This one actually got smoked. I was watching this off the open. I was looking for a long. I'll be honest. I was looking for a long on PLAY right off the open, but by the way it got smoked off the open, I said, nope, I'm hands off. I'm gonna ignore my play on the stock, ignore the play on play, and worry about something else different completely. And that play was NVIDIA. So let me just show you how I traded NVIDIA on the day. Bang! So right off the open, I noticed the market was ridiculously weak, obviously. And NVIDIA, stupid strong. 110 was a level on NVIDIA that previously, last few days, we've been struggling to get through. I think 109, 108, 109.50. I think 110 actually came into play exactly 110 last week or some of these few days ago. But today, we managed to take out 110 when the market was weak. So I said, okay, let's look for the selling. Let's look for the curl back down, because NVIDIA has to eventually join the market. It's not just going to moonshot to the upside while the whole market's basically crashing and failing. So I see around 112. There's a little bit of size. I think around 1,700 lots. It's not a lot of size for a stock that's doing already 70 million shares right off the open, but it's still quite a bit of size, right? Quite a bit of size. Using that size to get short into, that's basically my risk. If the stock takes that 112, I don't even look back at it. Boom, I'm out of it, right? So don't look back at that 112. If we break, it doesn't actually even start testing 112 after I get in. We start taking out the previous candle lows. It starts setting up for a bigger move down. Sadly, I didn't get as much size as I want, so I'm now just taking out some profits, expecting the stock to bounce back, expecting the market to bounce back. None of that happens. Now we're holding below VWAP. Okay, let me add some size. The size that I took out over here, let me add that size back, and I'm able to hold it for a bigger move down. But here is my failure. I'm so good at shorting stocks, I'm equally bad at longing stocks. Like, what happened to the long over here, Prad? Look at that move on Nvidia. Look at that move on the QQQ. I did manage to catch a little bit of a long scalp over here on Nvidia at 113. Yeah, 113. I tried a quick short scalp over here. That got stopped out. But the overall, one of my best trades on the day today, Nvidia. So I missed out a big long opportunity, guys. Oof, that one's gonna still sting me. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt every single moment I keep looking at my charts today. All right, let's continue. I think we were talking about play. Play is I said I'm not going to look at the short. I'm going to completely walk away because my thesis was long and the stock is not showing me variables that I want to see to get long. So I just focused on the Nvidia short, and that was a monster trade for me. But tomorrow, what do we think about play? I mean, play got absolutely destroyed right off the open. If you look at play on the hourly chart, let's go here to my second setup. If you look at play on the hourly chart, where is it? That is today's action right there. Big down move and basically pushing below previous day's lows, previous day supports on what's supposed to be a good earnings report. Yeah, we bounced back with the help of the market, but this is very bearish sentiment. So the stock, I'm not going to be looking too bullish as a sentiment on this one. If we do find more resistance right around, it says what, last week's high. Is that last week's high? What does it say? I think we got two markers over there. Last year's low and, oh, we can just see on the right side. Last week's low and last week's high and last year's low, both at the same level, a super level on play. Let's actually go see what that is. It's 3166. So if 3166 area finds, it's always an area. You got to keep in mind, it's never like the to the point prices. Sometimes it does end up working that way because technicals are beautiful, but it's never a to the price point area. You're looking to see how the action plays around this area. It could find rejection before 3050. It could find rejection at 3166. It could find rejection at 3176, right? You're trying to study this area, watching how the tape reacts, and then you look to punch short. However, if I remember correctly, play doesn't actually bring in a lot of volume. Holy shit, what would happen over there? Play doesn't actually bring in a lot of volume. The 30-day average is 1.31 million, which is not bad for a $30 stock, but when a stock like Nvidia, $100 stock, 113, 117, whatever it is today, is doing 300, 400 million shares, so much liquidity, so much opportunity, so many chances for you to take size and push around your bets. A stock like play is not going to be as interesting. Today, however, they did bring in 8 times RVOL. They brought in 8 million shares. Usually the stock right after earnings report dies down volume. Usually all stocks die down on volume drastically. So I think I'm expecting maybe around 4 million, less than 4 million shares traded on play. So the point is, be passive. Look to see how pops react. Are the pops rejecting? If the pops are rejecting, offer into them. Don't try to just smash the bid and take all the size you want to take, right? Offer into them. If you get the fills on the pop, awesome. Then you just manage it close to the risk level that you have near you. If not, then you just stay away from it. It's just not even worth it at that point for you, right? It's just not even worth it. So I'm only looking short right now on play, but it's not a big play for me. play. All right. Oracle is currently looking for, I mean, the day 2 move was decent, but I'm not really interested on a move like that when we got Nvidia kind of doing crazy things, right? Nvidia reclaiming that pre-split low, 117. which was a monster level if you guys remember. I mean, moving exactly near to 117 was crazy on Nvidia today too. So let's go Nvidia. Can you sustain the move is the question. So Oracle, I'm only interested around the edges. Not really interested on Oracle. If we're just gonna trade on the inside candles, right? We're kind of just stuck in earnings candle at the moment. I want to see what happens on the edge near 160.50 or what happens near the downside over here. How does the stock actually react to these levels? Are we finding some buying around the bottom or some selling below that? Are we finding some selling around the top or some buying above that? So how does the stock react to some of these levels? And then I'll be also using obviously how today's VWAP or the earnings anchored VWAP, how does the stock react to some of these variables to start looking to see if I can find a trade. But possibly a very passive trade tomorrow on Oracle unless we're kind of near the edges. If we're near the edges, then I'm more interested on this position. Next, we got Palantir. Palantir was pretty decent today. I was surprised, I will say that. I was looking for the short under yesterday's candle, which was 33.70. But if you look at Palantir, it absolutely bounced off of that level twice, 3 times. Okay, I only saw 2 times, and I stopped looking at it. I saw this bounce, I saw this bounce, I said, I'm over it. I'm not looking at Palantir anymore because I don't want to make a stupid decision and short this stock and the stock starts going crazy. Look who made the right decision. That's right, I did. So I stayed away from the short side. But boy, oh boy, if I thought that the short was wrong, then get the fuck long, right? If I thought the short was wrong, just get the fuck long. That's gonna have to be on a shirt. So we got this monster move on Palantir, ripping to the upside. We didn't really get all the way back into yesterday's high, but pretty much into the main yesterday's levels. Yesterday's high obviously was a bullshit break over there that got rejected, but pretty much into yesterday's main levels over there on Palantir. I think Peter Thiel was talking about selling who said, I think someone in our Discord mentioned this, 1 billion shares. I don't know how many shares exactly, but Peter Thiel apparently going out there looking to sell Palantir before even it gets added to S&P 500. I'm not sure why he would do that, but maybe he's trying to provide the liquidity to S&P 500 for some reason. I mean, hey, hopefully he doesn't ruin the trade for me because I'm trying to be that liquidity provider, okay? But right now with the action that we got on the market, with the action that we got on Palantir, clearly we see that there's a strong buyer into this 33.60, 33.70 area. Not saying that we're going to see the stock go right back to that low, but if we do, there's going to be an easy opportunity possibly setting up for us. 33.60 is possibly a better area to watch, and I'm just gonna put 33.60, but it's basically 33.60 to 33.70 that you're watching to see how Palantir behaves if we do dip down there. If we start seeing selling under there, that could open up a little bit of a room back down where we later on start carrying back because obviously the stock is getting to the S&P 500 very, very soon. Okay, nice little 3-bar pattern too. Let's see if we get a nice breakout over here past 35 and the stock actually finds buying above 35.20. If it stays above 35.20, buyers are defending it. Any pullback, we're actually seeing an immediate reversal to the north side. That means we're clearly fighting for price. Some buyer is very eager to buy up this stock. Something like Dell. If you were watching Dell today, holy, the buyers were fighting. They were absolutely at war today, and they actually managed to close the stock bullish, but they were at war. The buyers and the sellers, they were constantly at war. Insane whipsaws on Dell, but I guess it was at the end of the day bullish. Monster close on Dell over there. But Palantir, as we were talking about it, we want to see the buying coming in above that 35.20 to really talk about, you know, more long opportunity. Let's go Palantir. Didn't Alex Karp also recently have a video talking about something about the Palantir inclusion? He was like walking around, hiking around, having some fun, talking about the inclusion. I didn't really get to watch the full video, but it was a funny little video, just as a quick glance. I need to go watch that one. Okay, Dell. Now, yeah, this is a bullish close, sure, but today was pretty whippy, so I would need the stock to really get above 109 and show me show me buying above 109. Otherwise, I'm almost not interested to even think about that long. Even then, the amount of barriers that the stock has into 113, you can see this whole range that it's been trading into and kind of rejecting into these ranges. Then on earnings day, it breaks out, then it rejects right after that. So a lot of struggle. Then we get that S&P 500 inclusion news that took it back above 105, and it kept it strong above 105. So right now, there's a little bit of a struggle for Dell. I'm not saying you can't trade it into these areas, because I think if it does manage to stay above 109, we could get that move into 113, 114. But you know, it's so choppy at the moment. So I need to see like a strong hold. Sorry, I'm putting 119 at the is 109. Sorry, I'm putting 109 in support. Let me put it on inflection. 109, I need to see it hold above 109 for at least like 30 minutes or longer for me to actually even think about that long. So I'm going to put on my notes, need to see it hold for a long time above 109 to think long. Very choppy right now. All right, so being very careful with that stock tomorrow. AVGO. With the rest of the semiconductors, big move to the upside. A stock that recently reported earnings, crushed down, guided down, and basically reversing that whole move back over here. So shout out to AVGO, shout out to the semiconductor sector. Look at that for the SMH. Wow, SMH, Nvidia. AMD was kind of the only one that didn't really do too much. I mean, yeah, we were up 4.1%, but if you look at the chart, that's nothing. That's nothing when you have stocks like Nvidia doing something like that. When you have Micron actually setting up for a beautiful opportunity in the semiconductor basket. We'll talk about that very soon. But we were just on AVGO. AVGO monster run up. I personally think that this is too far, too quick. We could possibly run into some resistance zones that we can look for some quick little short scalps. I also think the market had a monster move today that possibly takes it back down tomorrow. So if we do get these stars lining up, all the stars line up, the shorts and everything line up, the main thing I'm going to attack is going to be the semiconductors. I'm going to be attacking the QQQ short. I'm going to be attacking the Nvidia and the semiconductor short. So that's why I'm looking at this sector as the most highest priority. If this sets up for any weakness below 138, that's going to be a fail breakout basically of this candle. You can even go to the hourly chart here real quick. So if we manage to actually get back below this area, that's an easy fail breakout of this zone, and this monster short opportunity setting up right back to the downside. So watching how all of these stocks that moved today, monster move. Look, I'm not screaming doomsday or anything, monster move, but I just think it's not sustainable with that big of a move today. I mean, Jesus Christ, market, that's insane. QQQ went absolutely crazy today, man. More than 280 ATR. That's nuts. More than 2 ATR. And I couldn't find a single ATR to get long. Yo, I have an offer for you, man. Sent a DM. Prop firm guy, shake my hate. This guy's such a hater, dude. Who cares about this Josh Picard guy? Get this guy out of here. This guy's such a hater. He's just upset that I called him out on his trading guru Ross Cameron. This guy can't read for shit. Where is this guy? How do I find that link? Oh, I can't find that link anymore. He's just upset that I called him out on his trading guru. He's butthurt that I called out Ross Cameron. Alright. So QQQ, AMD, Micron. I want to talk about Micron more importantly. So look at Micron on the daily chart. Yeah, Micron kind of in the same basket as AMD. Didn't really gain too much of upside off of this whole catalyst. But let's say semiconductors are actually having another huge rally tomorrow, or at least some sort of an upside. So Micron into this resistance around $91. either it rejects that or it gets above it and it has a nice move for itself. It starts, you know, doing its own thing and starts reclaiming some of its levels that it's not been above for so long. I mean, we remember trading Micron at 130, 140, and we also remember this big down move on the stock. So let's see if Micron can reclaim some of its glory levels by actually staying above 91. But if Micron rejects 91, then we have a beautiful easy short to the downside all the way back into 84, 85 dollars. So actually it's 84, 87. I'm just gonna put 85 as a support area to keep an eye out for if 91 actually finds some rejection on Micron. So Micron, possibly the highest priority for me in the semiconductor basket. AMD not as much, but you can have it in your watch list. I just think it's a little choppy for the ranges on AMD. ARM, looking for that failure to follow through to the upside by getting back below 138, 137.50. So if we get back below that area, then that looks like it's a failure to follow through to the upside, a fail break to the upside, and I'm looking for a reversal. But for that, semiconductor sector overall needs to be pretty short for me. The overall sector needs to be a little short. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a hard decision for me to look that heavy short on ARM. Micron, possibly more easy trade if the market's not doing anything and Micron just wants to reject off of 91. Micron's possibly a way easier short to keep an eye on. So watching that one. ASTS. Why is this one still on my watch list? I hate this stock. I haven't won a single trade on this stock, I think. I don't think I've won a single trade on this stock. Have I? I can't remember. I mean, you would remember if you did, but I can't remember. At the moment, 28 seems to be a little bit of a barrier, $28.50 to $28. If the stock continues to find resistance into that area, maybe we could actually kickstart that move I've been looking for the short side. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. So if we get above 28.50 though and stay above 28.50, does not open up a room back to $32. So that could be potentially something to keep an eye out for also. So keep that one on watch. If we actually get above 28.50, that could open up some room to $32 where we have seen the stock be a little important before. WHLR, did you do something today? Ooh, you're almost giving me that short setup under 650. 660, 650. So WHLR getting ready for a possible smackdown over here. And we could have a monster short opportunity. What was the volume on like the stock today? Not a lot of volume today, sadly. Not a lot of volume. It really needs to get below 650 for us to look for that big reversal back down on WHLR. AFRM. Oh, what a bounce on Affirm there. I guess the market move really helped out Affirm. Affirm kind of showing you this as a fail break now. That almost looked like a proper break and we're going to set up for a big gap close. But that's almost a fail break. That's exactly what I was talking about for... where is that stock? For... ARM. That's exactly what I was talking about for ARM, but the chart's just a little bit opposite. So this is what the fail break looks like. Now any pullbacks into these areas, look to see if buying gets respected, and if buying shows up around these areas, you got a nice long opportunity setting back on Affirm, who recently reported pretty decent earnings report. Looks like a nice little fail break over there. MicroStrategy moving back into the short. Oh, this is Microsoft, sorry. MicroStrategy moving back into some of the levels that we want to really keep an eye out for. Let's see what happens. Coinbase bouncing right off of 150 today. I mean, what a monster bounce off of 150 on Coinbase. You got almost $8 per share off of that bounce if you were watching for it. TH in our Discord was calling it out. Boy, if I took that trade, that would have been monstrous, but we missed out. Still watching it, however, 150. If we get below 150, obviously you see what's happening over here on Coinbase. This move was also too quick to the downside. So if we start holding 150 and getting above 160, then that just means Coinbase could have a little bit of a reversal, especially if Bitcoin continues to keep going higher, right? Bitcoin doing pretty decent. Bitcoin looked a little scary, but Bitcoin doing pretty decent at the moment. If Bitcoin breaks out to the north side, Coinbase most likely rallying along with it. And MicroStrategy, obviously MicroStrategy usually does whatever Coinbase and Bitcoin does. Well, not what Coinbase, whatever Bitcoin does. So it should also start traveling higher. Now, to the Magnificent 7. What a monster move on some of the Magnificent Sevens. Let's go to the 60-hour chart. 60-hour chart. He's probably into Ross for a few grand. Ross doesn't get that. He doesn't get it. He probably into Ross for a few grand. Ross doesn't get that. He doesn't get it. What does that even mean, bro? Bong Beers, what's up, dude? What is that cool emoji next to your chat? Z Event 2024. That's cool. Nice. Twitch got cool cool badges like that. Stonks should have had cool badges like that, but obviously, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Debate was ugly for Trump. I've heard that. I heard that. Ross Cameron has paying students. Yeah. So that's what I was arguing with this guy about. This stupid idiot on Twitter, or should I say X.com. If you go over here and look at the actual FTC document, it literally tells you that he lied about his earnings. He lied about his earnings. He lied about how much money he was making. Fraudulent activity. And this guy's sitting there defending it. Like, bro, how stupid do you have to be to not understand what the document says? He lied about fraudulent activity. What an idiot. And then he's saying, oh, you have selling stuff too. You sell stuff too, and you're a prop trader, bro. I don't sell shit. My Patreon is only a support account. It doesn't sell anything. I don't go out there telling people you have to go out subscribe to my Patreon. I let them know that doing so allows me to buy Zins, and it unlocks extra potentials that you can choose to use or not use. It's up to you. And the person who does pay for it does not use half of those things at all, but they like me enough to support me, and I appreciate them quite a bit for it. So I don't sell anything, you idiot. I'm against selling stuff. And this guy's sitting there crying and protecting Cameron Ross. It was hilarious. I was crying today. I was crying. Oh, I want to show you guys my XLF trade. Nice little short on XLF. Boom. Clear week under 44 today. 44 being a monster level on XLF. If you pull up the daily chart or even the hourly chart, you'll see that the 44 area was a monster level on XLF. We start trading under that area. I look for that shorts. Boom, right into the downside. Sadly, don't manage to find the long. Same thing on SQQ. $9. We managed to stay above $9. QQQ starts to look weak, so I start getting long SQQ, basically shorting QQQ. And then when I start seeing a little bit of turnaround action coming in, I'm out of my shorts. Basically, I'm out of my longs, meaning I'm out of my shorts on QQQ. PLCE, talked about this long real quick. And QQQ, my only trade on QQQ was a quick little short scalp, and then I got stopped out for my last few shares on that little breakout over there. Nice little short scalp, nice little win on QQQ. I have more trades I could show you, but we don't have that much time left. We basically want to start talking about some of these large cap names that had some monster moves today. So let's start looking at them on the hourly chart first, because they're going to show you more interesting levels to keep an eye out for. So you can see how that, what is that, 223, 224 area has been quite a bit of importance on the hourly chart. We kind of break down under that, but reclaim right back. We kind of pop off of this. We teeter around this area and then break down. We have a little bit of a false break, and then we break down for an even bigger move. So now as we move back into this area, it's almost a zone at this point, right? We got these little pops where the rejections have come into. So the seller could still be here. Doesn't mean they're obligated to sell there, but the seller could still be here. They could move down to 224. So we kind of want to watch this whole pocket of zone. It's a little wishy-washy, the zone, but if we actually manage to honestly stay above 224, I think we got a chance to run over the 225 area and start making a move towards the north side on Apple, the Apple event. And you know, I personally thought the Apple event was bullshit, but if the Apple event is actually seen as a positive catalyst, look for those dips to get long into. Or if you want to look to see if if buying comes in above 224, you could possibly set up for opportunity over there. But I am warning you, it's a zone. It's from 224 to 225. And if you start seeing rejection out of 225, you might want to get out of your position ASAP, because it might just easily turn back down, go back under 224, or maybe even just be stuck under 224 to 215 and not really do too much. So you want to be a little careful over there on Apple, in my opinion. Amazon, monster breakout, monster move to the north side. You can see how we actually reclaim multiple levels over here. So now at this point, any dips and staying above 180, you're basically looking to get long on this position. I don't think the stock should get below 180 at all. We could see a little bit below 180. I think people honestly will expect the stock to find bounce off of 182.50. It won't. I don't think it'll give you that 182.50 bounce. It might just go down to 180, 180.50 and then bounce off of that. Amazon with a big move today. I'm watching 180.50. I'm not interested in that 182 trap that might spring. If I get it at 180.50, I get it at 180.50. If I don't, I don't. I'm not interested in it at all. I'm not interested in it at all. Not trying to get trapped. Amazon, okay. Google, pretty meh. I mean, it does have a nice breakout back to the north side opportunity, but the fact that the market moved the way the market moved and Google only did this, maybe it has some catch up to do, right? Maybe it has some catch up to do. But this is like a very, very negative sentiment over here. You could watch to see how the dips react, but I'm almost not that interested on Google at the moment, just from because how it reacted to the markets. What the hell is this? MSFT. Thank you. Just because how it reacted to the whole market's move. Microsoft moving back into almost a good solid resistance area. Looks like 427.46. So if we actually push into 426 to 427. 46, looking to see how Microsoft reacts for a possible short off of that zone. Meta with the monster reversal today. 498 actually trapped me up a little bit. I tried to go long 498 because that was the previous level. I'll show it to you on the hourly chart right there. So 498. Oh my goodness, I have so many useless levels here that I don't even use anymore. So 498 right there was kind of a level where I expected the stock to show me a clean bounce off of. It did not give me a clean bounce. It actually hurt my day a little bit when I took that trade. Got me a little salty because later on it ripped to the north side without me. So that one hurt me quite a bit. I was upset. I was upset by giving away that money, and I was even more upset for not getting back into the long after the stock. You can see how we get back above that 498 area. We kind of wiggle between yesterday's low and that 498. Give you so many opportunities to go long around that 498 zone, and you could have still caught that move for the all day long. I just can't believe I did not manage to catch these longs today, chat. I was so short biased. You can't blame me when recently all these goddamn stocks have been doing is crushed to the downside, and when the sell-off starts, they just stay selling off forever. Right now, at a quick glance, what I see is 3 anchored VWAPs. Today's VWAP, yesterday's VWAP, and Monday's VWAP. So 3 anchored VWAPs, boom, are all around the same price. So if the stock does reject around these peaks and sell back down, I think we have an easy move back into $500 where it could possibly go find some support in. Or if it even flushes into $500 and finds support, you can possibly look for long off of that area on META. So monster move today, showing you that buyers are still here around 498. Around 498. Nvidia. As I mentioned earlier with the semiconductor basket, I'm mainly interested to short these stocks on any sort of a failure to stay above their most recent candles. I'm going to keep watching them on the 15-minute candles, on the 1-hour candles, on the 2-minute candles. I'll keep shuffling through them. At a quick glance over here, that was the level I was looking to get short into. So 117, 116. If Nvidia can't have the opportunity to stay above 116 to 117, I am going to get very trigger super happy and look to push that short on the downside. I'm looking to get short all the way in the range between 116 to 117 and look for that add below 116 for a big move down into 110, 109 area or so on. So let's see if Nvidia can set up for that short opportunity tomorrow and brings back the semiconductor basket. I think this move is a little crazy. I mean, is it September? Historically, the most sold month. Why are we getting moves like this then, right? So let's see some selling come back in. Obviously, you can't use biases like that to set you up into a trade. That will just give you a recipe for pain, a recipe for disaster. Don't use theories like that. Use price action. Theories are good. Theories are great. Make theories. But those theories need to be backed up by price action, and the price action that you're looking for needs to match the criteria in your setup. That's when you pull the trigger. That's when you actually make the trade, okay? So that's how I got short Nvidia today. That's how I got short XLF. That's how I got short the market QQQ, right? So you got to make sure that the price action matches your theory to be able to actually pull the trigger. Otherwise, you know, your theory is just invalid at that point. Tesla monster move today. I mean, no, not really. It bounced quite a bit. It bounced quite hard, but not really a monster move at all, I guess. Only up 0.87. Pretty decent move, I guess, overall. Did exactly what the market did. Sold off, reclaimed yesterday's low, and moved back to the north side. But obviously, as the market did, went much higher than yesterday's high and kept on ripping to the north side. This stock is a little volatile at the moment. It's also looking very choppy. We got one clear level that I can see around 235. One very clear level around 235. So might have to set an alert for that area to come into play. If we find rejection into 235, maybe a short through that to the downside. But if the stock can stay above 235, then that opens up this room to 270. Really? Are we talking about that move over here on Tesla? I'm not sure about that one, but let's see if we can actually find buying above 235 for us to even think long on this position. Now we only have the ETFs to map out for. It's going to be hard to be bearish. Okay? It's going to be hard to be bearish. You want to look to get long on dips, right? You want to look to get long on dips, especially from a candle that we saw like today. What did USD Japan trade look like? The USD Japan trade bounced a little bit from yesterday's lows. Okay, not bad. EWJ. Oh, shit. VIX went down. I know that for a fact. We were sitting at the 2 days high at VIX, and we sold off pretty drastically, and we broke that support area of $19. Sadly, that's not what I want to see. I want to see the VIX above 19. If the VIX gets back above 19, that opens up some fun for people like you and me, for day traders. It opens up opportunities. Some gates open up for us to start running through them. Otherwise, you're just running into walls, and it's not fun at that point, right? So watching how VIX sets up tomorrow, if the VIX gets up above 19, that's a little bit of fun for us. But if the VIX starts going back to the downside, that probably means, you know, the market is going higher, but the volatility is not going to be there. We also had a big volatility expansion today. Tomorrow could very easily be an inside candle day. A little bit of a fail break of today's high, setting up for a little bit of a short. But that short, I'm not expecting to have much juice behind it. It could just bounce off of today's VWAP or one of the consolidation levels that it found bounces off of. However, we barely had any real consolidation levels today. The market just absolutely ripped. So possible move back into 460 from this 470 area on the market, which is almost one goddamn ATR, right? We got a gap up in the pre-market. Those levels are not going to get held up. The buyers who bought in pre-market are going to have paper hands, and they start selling off. Once we get below over here, the short sellers are going to get ready to get active under today's high, and then we start seeing even more action to the downside and a nice move back into yesterday's high, where exactly the three anchored VWAPs from today, yesterday, and Monday all are basically setting up at. All of them are basically setting up exactly around that price. So looking for a little bit of a gap up in pre-market, or at least right off the open, we run up to the north side. We excite the longs a little bit. The longs who didn't catch the long today, they get excited. They go, oh my God, it's happening again. It's happening again. Oh my God. And then they start punching long. Once they get proven wrong, we get the down move that we want to look for. So let's look out to see if those opportunities set up on the market tomorrow. But if we actually start getting another insane long opportunity, that would be nuts. That would be nuts. Look at the SPY. Beautiful resistance area for the SPY right around 555. Right around 555 area. I'm just going to say 555, because I want to be a little fancy. So 555.55 on the S&P 500. Look, if it can get above it, then there's no shorts at all. But if we can't stay above 555.55, there is absolutely no longs in my opinion on the SPY. You can easily get short on the SPY and maybe even ignore the QQQ, because the QQQ looks like it could find buying much quicker. The tech also has been a lot stronger today. So if the tech sells off tomorrow, that's going to open up a lot of fireworks across the board. So I'm going to be a little excited tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Also on our prop office tomorrow, we're going to be fighting for lunch. So the highest PNL gets to pick what lunch we order for Friday. So hopefully I win this competition, because I want to order shawarma. I haven't had shawarma in a long time. I haven't had shawarma in a long time. One of my traders in the office, not mine, but one of our traders in the office ordered shawarma a couple days ago, and that got me so excited to think about eating shawarma. So I better win this goddamn competition tomorrow, make the most money on the floor, and I get to order what everyone's eating on Friday. All right, IWM. Nice little bounce on IWM today, but still only up 0.29%. So basically still looking a little bearish over here. Not able to even reclaim yesterday's highs. Something that S&P 500 did, something that QQQ did. So if the QQQ and the SPY start looking weak, I think the IWM here is setting up for a pretty easy short, for a move back right back to the south side, right here into 210, somewhere into today's high around 2.9 to 210. You can look to see if a barrier opens up to the north side over here on IWM and get short. But if we start holding above 210, I wouldn't really look to short the stock, because it could start traveling back higher. The market could be stronger. The small cap sector has been not really that active at the moment. Yeah, we have stocks like PLC, WHLR, ASTS, and all kinds of craziness. QH, I think, was another crazy stock recently. We got some crazy CENY, I think CETY was another crazy stock today. Was this the one? Yeah, I think this was another crazy stock. I can't remember. This was, wasn't it? Maybe not. But there, small cap names are always there. But right now the sector is looking a lot weaker than the QQQ and the S&P 500. So if the SPY and the Qs take a beating tomorrow, or at least sell off a little bit, I'm not saying they're gonna take a beating, but at least getting a healthy pullback, which is down one full ATR on the Qs, right? Down one full ATR on the Qs is back down to 460. That's a healthy pullback. Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm looking for. If the Qs get a healthy pullback and the SPYs get a healthy pullback, I think IWM also have an opportunity to get short in that one. SMH, you heard me talk about SMH quite a bit. But SMH, look at how the buying opportunity, in my opinion, should show up around 226. So it should find some support around 226 on SMH. If we start getting under 226, that opens up some spicy opportunities on the semiconductor industry that you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss, okay, at all. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote for today's watch list. Sadly, we didn't have any earnings to read, because none of the stocks that really reported today we cared about. But here is the earnings report. I want to quickly actually take a look at FYBR for myself, because I want to put the notes into my watch list also. What a stock, my goodness. Okay, go to 1 year, straight 1 day. What's going on? Okay. All right, what the fuck is going on here? Uh, 35, 31. Oh, I'm not typing anywhere. This is awesome. 35, 31. 35.80 could show you some support. 35.80 could show you some. I'll put 35.80 as an inflection point. 35.85, 35.86, whatever. I'll put that as an inflection point. Then I'll decide what I want to do with this name tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically all she wrote for the earnings report. Sorry, that's all she wrote for our watch list tomorrow. Let's quickly go take a look at the econ calendar. Today, obviously, we had the CPI. CPI came in somewhat whatever. The market first looked weak off of that. Then it looked extremely strong off of that. So let's see if there's anything that could, shake up things a little bit. We do have couple things that could possibly move the market, and they're happening at 8:30. We got PPI and initial jobless claims. So core PPI at 8:30, initial jobless claims at 8:30. As every Thursday you have natural gas, every Wednesday you have the oil numbers. 11 o'clock you have, 11:30 you have the 4-week bill auction and the 8-week bill auction. Usually the longer time periods are more important. So there you go. You got the 30-year bond auction, which is at 1 o'clock. That one's going to be possibly a lot more important. And today you can see how the 20-year bond auction, the 10-year bond auction moved the market quite a bit to the upside. The market rallied off the 20-year bond auction, so 10-year bond auction, sorry. So tomorrow we have the 30 at 1 o'clock. So keep an eye out at 1 o'clock without a doubt, and at 8:30. These are going to be possibly big market moving opportunities. It's going to set the tone for the market until the next event. So 8:30 big event, and then 1 o'clock another big event. Our friend over at YouTube, John Vaughn, asking us for IPOs. John, this is why I love you, okay? Because I almost forgot to take a look at IPOs. John, this is why I love you. Thank you, John. Let's take a look at the IPO calendar. 24th, let's put it by date. Why aren't you defaulting it by date? What the heck? Maybe, yeah, let's put it by offer amount instead. Let's do that instead. 13th, okay, now you know what? Let's go by date. So tomorrow we have 3 IPOs. All 3 of them are very useless. Galaxy Payroll Limited, 2 million shares. Only a 9 million offer amount. That's very, very small. So not interested on that one. We got Helios Pharma, some sort of a pharmaceutical, probably small, low cap, squeezing name, eventually somewhere for us to play with. Or maybe they have something really valuable for us to play with somewhere down the road. But as a day trade, I'm not really that interested for a company that's only 7 million offer amount and is IPOing. I'm going to have to see the stock have volume. I need to see the numbers for it, what kind of products they have. And usually stocks that only have this small amount in offer amount are not usually anything worthy of a trade. This one is an acquisition corp, so I'm not going to care about it. It's like a merger SPAC. So SPAC merger company, no, not worth it at all. We do have 2 IPOs, however, that look very interesting. Let's make that 3 IPOs. All of them are therapeutics and biotech. That is very, very sad. Okay, whatever. We'll just have to play with the cards we get. Decent offer amounts, and they're biotech companies. So we'll do the research about them tomorrow. So tomorrow, tune in at 8 o'clock where we'll talk about these 3 companies along with our whole watch list. Take a look at Adobe's earnings report, RH's earnings report, and all other fun stuff at 8 o'clock, Monday to Thursday, and Sunday, 6 p.m. for the homework stream, ladies and gentlemen. For the homework streams. I also want to show you this little graphic that I updated. I basically updated this graphic to this. The greens are pure adds and deletes, whereas these other ones are just moving over. So if you're interested to, kind of swing position these positions to the side that they're getting added or deleted, you might want to keep a track on them, because usually these make good moves going into the date of 23rd September. They usually make, if you've seen how Uber reacted when Uber was getting added to the S&P 500, Uber was actually rallying to the north side all the way into the S&P 500 add, and then I think it put the top on itself on the S&P. No, it did not actually. It went a little bit higher after that day. I remember. Hold up. A little bit. It went a little bit higher after the S&P 500 ad. Yeah, there you go. Went almost $20 higher after the S&P 500 ad, and then we're kind of just hanging out in these zones. Look at that. After the SPY rebalance low is the exact low on this stock right there too. So we got buyers in these zones. Beauty. Man, crazy how technical analysis works, huh, chat? But yeah, no IPOs for tomorrow. But we got IPOs to look at tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So make sure you tune in for that. And that is sadly all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Time for us to call it a night. Oh, maybe we play some chess. Let's play some chess, because I don't have to do really any work tonight. I just have to eat some lunch. Oh, sorry, lunch. I just have to eat some dinner, so I can eat dinner in a bit. I'll play some chess with you guys here. I haven't played chess last stream for quite some time. Let's get a dubskis, chat. Let's get a win, and then we can call it a night. What do we think? Move camera over. We go here real quick because I'm playing this game with my friend who I went to go visit in Montreal. That's the move he made. Oh, damn. You know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with trading this for this. Yeah, okay. Puzzles first, because we haven't done puzzles in a while. Daily puzzle. We haven't done puzzles in a while. White to move. White to move, white to move, white to move, white to move, white to move. I'll be dead. I'll be dead. I'll be dead. Check. Alright. Check. Check. What the hell am I supposed to do, mate? No? What am I supposed to do here? Was that checkmate? Okay. Like, how am I ever gonna go there? Why would I ever go there? And what are all these notifications that I have going? Holy shit. Okay, puzzles. Puzzles, there we go. White to move. No. What? That just killed me. What am I supposed to do? Didn't I already do that? Oh, here. Oh my god. The only thing I did not do. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Okay, Y to move. Y to move. Black to move. Black to move. Oh yeah, I almost made that mistake there. Almost made the mistake there. Alright, let's play a game. Here we go. Bang. London time. I know you hate this, but you know, it's London time. What's the time in London, boys? What's the time in London, mate? What's the time in London? Oh, come on. Is this guy gonna play or what? Come on, buddy. Let's play. Auto board. Okay, thank God. Boom. Bob Yusar. Come on. What about HPE, which beat earnings and raised dang Outlook, which is doing a bond offering to buy JNPR, which after the merger revs and earnings with merger complete? I did hear about that. I didn't look at the chart. I didn't really trade HPE on their earnings report. I can take a look at it, but I stopped looking at stocks. I can take a look at it. Just give me a second. It's in a game here. Where's my charts? Okay, HPE. Let it load up. Let it load up. Yeah, but he's got a double take here. He's gonna triple take here. I don't attack here, right? I don't think I attack here. He's just gonna do this. What's the point in that? Fucker. How? Here? Oh yeah, good call. Fuck, you know, he's like, he saw it, mate. He saw it in it. He saw the motherfucking fork, mate. Fucking fork. Got a 2. Doing the French verse? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Oh, you did the French verse? That was you? That's insane. That's you? Okay.
Seul sur mon île, assis sur le sable, je chill. Les secondes filent et les nuages défilent. Au sol sans aile ni avion, je vole. Inhalère, bras longs de l'arbre du sol. J'ai trouvé le bonheur dans une clé de sol. Suis-je dans une asile pour n'avoir qu'aimé des folles? Ma vie est sucrée et je flotte sans sel. Entouré de mer, je me saoule au soleil. J'improvise et les cigales me saluent. C'est comme un air de soul à mes oreilles. La chance me chuchote de rester avec elle. Si la joie était un crime, je contrôlerais le cartel. Je ne veux vraiment pas me faire réveiller par les responsabilités qui me martèlent. Je jette un dernier regard vers le ciel avant d'ouvrir les yeux de façon partielle.
You did this beat with your neighbors? It's sick. Your voice is sick on that beat, bro. You should make more songs like that. You could become a reggae artist. That's sick. That's actually sick, Dieter. Dieter beats. This guy's an all-rounder, chat. All-rounder. This guy's fucking me up right now, dude. Ah, shit. Yeah, this guy's fucking me up. I lost this one. We try again. No rematch. New 10-minute. We try again. That guy fucked me up pretty good. We admit it. We haven't played chess in a while. Come on, buddy. Check the funky record. Check the funky record. Check the funky record. Check the funky record. Mei Tao. Oh, fuck. Oh no! Oh my god, he could have had my queen. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, he could have had my queen. Why did he give up? Oh my goodness. He could have won that so easily. Well, not won that, but I guess he could have. He technically could have won that because then I'm only having a rook and he is, you know, pretty much way better position than me. All right, I feel like I want to play one more. One more, chat? One more? Oh, let's see what my buddy moved. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I don't. I don't have to do shit. Wait, if I do this, can he do this? No, he can't, right? But if I do this, he can do this? He can't. I'll just go up to who gives a shit. I'll just go up to who gives a shit. Alright. Let's just call it there, chat. 9:30, I'm a little hungry. I'm just gonna call it there. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the final stream of the week. Come join me. Let's have some fun. Let's prepare for all the movers, the shakers, the memers, and the dreamers, and make some money. Let's make some money. And obviously have a good rest of your night. Whatever's left of it. I appreciate you guys spending a little bit of your time watching me. Love you guys. Good luck on the market tomorrow. And smash it. Long, short, absolutely flat. Whatever the market is, smash it. Good luck. I'll see you guys. Until next time. TraderPrad out. Peace. Oh wait, I didn't even play the outro. Shit. Let me play the outro. Boom. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.